Hey there guys, welcome back. The next method of class list is index. The index method returns the position at the first occurrence of the specified value. It takes one argument and the argument is the value of any element of the list. So let's see. Making a new example, f1.py. Here we have list x is equal to 12, 1, 45, 36, 89, 65, 20. And x.index 45. Here we are finding the index of 45. And we saw that the index method returns the position. So it will return us the position of 45. So we'll hold it in a variable, let's say y. And we'll print y. Now running. Look, we are getting the index of 45, that is 2. Okay. We can also directly print x.index of 45. Let's try that. So comment this and print x.index 45. Okay, here we are not storing the value in y variable. We store a value in a variable only if we need it in the future. Okay, so let's run. The output will be same for both the cases. Here we are holding the return index in the variable y and then printing it. But in this case, we are directly printing it without holding it in a variable. Okay, so we usually hold a value in a variable if we need it in the future. Okay. Now, what if we pass a value which is not present in the list? Let's see. Making a new example, f2.py. Suppose we have this list, x is equal to 12, 45, 63, 95, 74, 82. And we will print x.index 99. Okay, we don't have 99 here, so let's see what happens. Okay, we are getting the value error. 99 is not in the list. Okay, and here we can see that the error is coming in line number 3, and line number 3 is print statement x.index. Okay, so here we don't have 99 in the list. In index method we pass value, that's why we are getting value error. Okay, now let's see the overloaded form of index method. The overloaded index method have two arguments. When two arguments are passed, the first argument is treated as the element to be searched and the second argument is the index from where the searching begins. Let's see this in example f3.py. So suppose we have this list and print. We will directly pass index method inside print function. So print x.index 12, 2. So here we have 12 two times and second 12 is at index 3. So after index 2, the first occurrence of 12 will be returned in this method. So we will get 3 here. Okay, so let's run. See, we are getting 3. Okay. Now what happens if we pass an index after which there is no occurrence of 12? So let's say we pass 4 here. So at index 4 or after that there is no occurrence of 12. So let's see what we'll get. Running f3.py. Okay, we are getting value error here. 12 is not in list. Okay, so after index 4 we don't have any 12. So it is giving us 12 is not in the list. Okay, do you remember what index -1 indicates? It indicates the last index of the list. Okay, so if we have here -1, then let's see. Print x.index 82, -1. Here 82 is at index 8 and that is the last index of the list. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Running f3.py. So we are getting 8. And what if we have some another value like 63? Let's run this. Okay, here we are getting value error. 63 is not in list. So after the last index, we don't have 63. Okay, so that's why we are getting the error. Okay, so the next method is count. The count method returns the number of times the specified element appears in the list. Okay, so let's see this by example. Making a new example, g.py. Let's say we have a list x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 6, 8, 5, 3. So as this method count returns something, we can hold that returned value in a variable. Let's say y equal to x.count, and let's count here the value of 1. So y is equal to x.count 1 and we will print y. So let's run g.py. Okay, we are getting 2. Here we have 1 2 times. Okay, so as the name indicates, count returns us the count of the specified element. Okay, means how many times that particular element appears in the list. If we search for 2, then we will get 2. Okay, and what if we have something which is not in the list? Let's check for 11. x.count 11. We don't have 11, so let's see what happens. Running. Okay, 0. So how many times we have 11 in our list? 0 times. Okay, so this method does not gives any error if the value is not found in the list. It simply returns 0. Okay, now the next method is insert. Insert basically takes 2 arguments. The first argument is the index in which we want to insert, and the other argument is the value which we want to insert. So this method inserts an element to the list at the specified index. Okay, so let's have a look. Making a new example, h1.py, and we have this list and x.insert 1, 21. So the first argument is the index in which we want to insert the element, and the second argument is value. So if we insert 21 at index 1, then 34 will shift to right, and 21 is inserted at index 1. So wherever we insert any value, the elements after that index will shift towards right by 1 index. So our output will be 12, 21, 34, 56, 78 and 90. Okay, so let's have a look. Print x, running h1.py. See, now we have 21 at index 1. Okay, so what happens if we specify an index which is out of the range of the list? Means we have list of let's say length 5 and we are providing the index like 7 or 10. Then what will happen? So let's make a new example, h2.py. We have this list and x.insert 10 and the value 67, and we will print x. So here our last index is 4 and we are specifying the index as 10. So let's see what happens. Look, our element is appended at the end of the list. Okay, it is not giving any error. It is simply appending the element at the end of the list. Okay, so that's great. And now let's provide some negative index. x.insert, let's say -12 and 32. If we see the negative index of our list, then it will be -5. Okay, so if we specify the index as -6, then it will append at the front of the list. So let's see what happens. Running h2.py. Look here, 32 is appended at the front of the list. Okay, so if our index is out of the range, that is at positive range, then the value is appended at the end of the list. And if we have negative index that is also out of the range, then the value is appended at the front of the list. Okay, so you can check for these inserts like x.insert -1, 32, x.insert 100, 100. You can add a list inside list or something like that. Let me know your outputs and what you can conclude by these examples. Okay, so play around with it. It's your playground. And we'll see more methods in the next lecture. So see you there. Bye bye.